Hello, my mathematics lovers. Okay, we are still on the topic of changing the subject of a formula. In this equation that we are given, we are being asked to make y the subject of the formula, make x the subject of the formula, and also make w the subject of the formula. Let's start by making y the subject of the formula. To make y the subject of this formula, it's very easy. Make sure that y is on one side of the equation, and looking at this, we have y has a coefficient. 2 is bonded to the y with a multiplication sign. So to remove that 2 that is bonded to the y with a multiplication sign, all we need to do is to divide both sides by 2. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other side. So we say w over 2 plus 2 over x equals 2y. Now we want to divide both sides by 2. So we divide all of this by 2, and also we divide all of this by 2. We did that because we want to knock off this 2. So our answer is w over 2 plus 2 over x equals y. Sorry, this side all over 2. So this is the answer. We have successfully made y the subject of the formula. Can we simplify this further? Yes, we can simplify this further. We're going to do that again, but for now, just suffice it to say that we have made y the subject of this formula. All right, we have successfully made y the subject of the formula. Now we want to make w the subject of this formula. And to make w the subject of the formula, we simply need to move this expression 2 over x to the other side of the equation, so that the expression containing w will be on one side. And to do that, we simply say w over 2 equals 2y minus 2 over x. I just moved this to the other side, and when you are moving anything across the equality sign, the sign changes. But we are not done yet. Our goal is to make w the subject of the formula, not w over 2. There is a 2 attached to the w with a division bond. So to knock off that division bond, we will have to use a multiplication sign. So now we will multiply both sides by 2. Look at what I did. I simply multiply the left hand side by 2 and multiply the entire right hand side by 2. So if I do that, this 2 will disappear, and what will be remaining is w equals 2y minus 2 over x times 2, or w is equals 2 into 2y minus 2 over x. I have successfully made w the subject of the formula. Can I simplify this further? Yes, obviously I can simplify it further, but at this stage, because w is now standing alone on one side of the equation, I have made w the subject of the formula. Now I want to make x the subject of the formula, and all I need to do is to move this expression that is attached to the x expression to the other side of the equation. So I'm going to move w over 2 to the other side of the equation. So I'll simply have 2 over x equals 2y minus w over 2. Yes, when you move anything across the equality sign, the sign changes. So instead of plus w over 2, I now have minus w over 2. We're not done yet. We want to make x the subject of the formula. However, this is 2 over x. So what am I going to do? I will now have to move x to the numerator. I told you in one of my earlier videos that what you want to make subject of the formula, if it is in the denominator, you won't go far. So I now have to move x to the numerator. And how do I do that? I will now multiply both sides of the equation by x. Watch how I'm going to do it. So I simply use x to multiply both sides of the equation. And when I do that, the result is that this x and this x will go away. But it's getting a little bit more complicated because it is x that I want to make subject of the formula. So what I now have is that 2 equals x times 2y minus w over 2. Yes, but not to worry, nothing has gone wrong. And I want to free x. This entire expression 2y minus w over 2 is attached to the x with a multiplication bond. So all I need to do is to divide both sides of the equation by this expression, and that will free x to be on one side. Our objective is to make sure that x is on one side of the equation. So all I will simply do is, I would divide the left hand side by 2y minus w over 2, and also divide the right hand side by 2y minus w over 2. And when I do that, this will cancel this. So x is now free on one side. Did you notice that? Just look at it. 2 all over 2y minus w over 2 equals x. Or x is equals 2 all over 2y minus w over 2. Can I simplify this further? Yes, I can, but all the same, what we want to achieve in this topic is that we have successfully made x the subject of the formula, because x is now standing alone on one side. You can see how those little manipulations were able to bring us, help us to make x the subject of the formula, y the subject of the formula, and finally w also as the subject of the formula. But let's just try one more thing. When we made y the subject of the formula, we discovered we got this expression. We want to see if we can simplify this expression. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just those simple rules in mathematics that we're going to apply to simplify this expression. Remember, we have successfully made y the subject of the formula. But let's try and simplify this expression. Alright, so this is the same expression. We just brought the y to this other side and then bring that into the other side. Nothing has changed. So what do we do if we are given an expression like this? Well, we want to just simplify it. So the first thing we want to do is to simplify the numerator on this right hand side. And to simplify the numerator, this is a fraction and this is a fraction. So we just add the two fractions. And how do we add those two fractions? We take the LCM. 2 and x is 2x. And then the numerators of the fractions, what are we going to do? We're going to cross multiply. W times x is wx. There's a plus sign in between. Then 2 times 2, that's 4. So wx plus 4 all over 2x, then everything divided by 2. And guys, we have come across this before. We are going to convert this to a fraction by making it 2 over 1. Do you agree with me? Yes. So, since we converted this to a fraction, we are at liberty to change the way it is written. We have not changed anything. Wx plus 4 all over 2x now divided by 2 over 1. And if we have two fractions like this, we want to divide them, we just change this to multiplication. Do you still remember that? So that gives us Wx plus 4 all over 2x. To change this to multiplication, we'll have to take the inverse of this fraction, which will be 1 over 2. I hope you still remember that trick. Yes. So, we're making progress. Just hang on. So, here's the expression again. When we want to multiply fractions, you just multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. So, this is 1 times Wx plus 4 all over 2 times 2, which equals 4. So 1 times Wx over 4 is the same thing as Wx plus 4 all over 4. So y is equals Wx plus 4 all over 4. Remember, this was where we started from. Y is equals W over 2 plus 2 over X all over 2. We have now simplified it to give us Y is equals Wx plus 4 all over 4. Hooray! Our original expression, which is this, W over 2 plus 2 over X is equals 2y. We successfully made y the subject of the formula. We went ahead to make w the subject of the formula, and then we also went ahead to make x the subject of the formula. I hope you did follow this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do you want us to do more videos on changing the subject of the formula? Please indicate in the comment section. Please comment on this video, share this video. Please follow my page, and please invite others to follow my page. This is how we do it here at UAE Tutorials. We go down to the basics, to the very roots, so as to make the explanation easy for the understanding of all our followers, irrespective of your level of understanding. Guys, encourage me, please share this video, please comment on this video, like, and what have you. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.